Live. We are
There we
live.
go. It's on you, old man.
Yep.
Batman Boxing Talk. We are back,
We back.
and we are going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte.
And give our
Prediction.
predictions. That's right.
Predictions.
All right, let's
Last
start
time we
with
saw
Let
Tyson
me.
Fury, he was beating Deontay Wilder's ass good.
Okay. Well, let me
Last
start
time we saw Dillian Whyte, he was
knocking out.
avenging getting knocked out by Povetkin.
No, he was knocking out Povetkin the last time we seen him.
did he knock out Povetkin?
Knocked his
Did he?
ass.
I thought it was- yeah, he did knock him out. He knocked him
He
out.
wouldn't be fighting if he didn't.
Yeah,
But
he finished him.
I
did
thought
y'all
he
see
I
did y'all
thought
see the
he
press
it did
conference?
it went the distance? No, it
No,
didn't go
he
the
knocked
distance.
his
So he
ass out.
knocked him
No,
out.
he didn't go the distance. He knocked him out. He stopped him.
In
Okay.
like 5. I think it was 5. Did y'all see the press conference?
No, I mean the press conference that I saw, Dillian White wasn't even there.
Yeah,
No,
he didn't go to it.
They just did a fight week. He got to be there for the fight week press conference.
Oh, okay. Did
They
you see
just
that
did
one?
that on yesterday actually.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it. I
No.
watched it.
You the only
Did
one
they
to see
still behind the gloves, or
What happened?
normally when they do over there in England, where they talk face to face at the table?
Nah, Dillian White said he wasn't showing up for none of that,
Oh, okay.
so it wouldn't have made
Is that-
sense.
Huh?
It's kind of peculiar though. I mean, all the time you've been hollering for another title shot, and now you don't want to show up really for none of the promotions. Does that mean he focused?
Well, he said he ain't showing off all that unless he getting the money that he feel he deserve, and he don't feel like he getting the money.
Oh,
he
okay.
deserve.
And
So
they didn't give him the money he felt he deserved.
Well, he got $8 million. I don't know what else he wanted, but
I think he wanted more than that.
well, I mean,
He ain't really. I'm not gonna tell the man what he deserved, but
like I said,
yeah,
he ain't did what Devin Haney did in the heavyweight division.
that's true.
So if Devin Haney can take what he took to go over there and get the job done, then Dillian White, like I said, my
And
stance,
he ain't got to look. And he ain't even got to leave his country.
yeah, my stance is the same. If you want to be the man, you got to
That's
beat the
his
man.
home court, actually, isn't it?
Huh?
That's his home court, actually. They fighting in the O2?
They both from England. They fight in Wembley.
Oh, they fight
Wembley?
in Wembley. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they fight at Wembley. So
But Dillian White would argue with you, Brandon. He said, Haney fighting for all the belts. I'm fighting for one.
yeah, but at the end of the day, you want to be the man.
That's true.
So you can't fight. You're not fighting Joshua. You already lost to Joshua.
Yeah.
And you've been crying about being a WBC mandatory for 2,000 days.
Mm-hmm.
Go get the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no point in whining. Then when you, like I said with Devin, when you become the man, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put the price on what you want at that point, because now you the man. So, man, ain't no point in whining and complaining. You got the purse bid. You got shit a whole lot more than they was trying to give you, because I think they was only trying to give them like 2 or 3 million. You got 8 because of the purse bid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, it ain't no point in whining. You know what I'm saying? Just go. Shit, that's more than what Devin Haney getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, a whole lot more than what Devin Haney getting.
I mean, would we even consider Dillian Whyte? I mean, we know who he is, but I don't even consider him one of the top.
Well, I think because in England he's a draw. It's almost like Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
He's a draw. You know, they like him over there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get what he's saying, but in a sense, it's like you got to concede sometimes, you know what I'm saying, in order to get where you want to be. And in order to, like I said, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. And like I said, if you really believe you could beat the person and you getting a decent amount of money, it ain't no point in crying. $8 million ain't no chump change.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not there for the check and you're not just fighting because you trying to cash out and you really think you can win, take the $8 million and beat his ass, and then you can demand whatever the hell you want to demand at that point.
Well, not to add that it gives you an opportunity to add a shot at Usyk with Usyk ever fights again.
Well, I think Usyk is going to fight again. It's just a matter of if you know how soon it's going to be. But the heavyweight division is another one of those divisions where it looked like we was getting to a point where we was gonna have one champion, and now shit all over the place. Now ain't no telling when Usyk and Joshua fighting again, or if they. Well, I heard that he had left the sign, but I don't know what the date or nothing was as far as that. But who knows at this point? It's one of those divisions where we like shit. We don't know where we at. Tyson Fury in the damn press conference was talking about this being his last fight. You know, he said he don't have shit else to fight for.
Really?
He said he already was all of the champions that Joshua and Usyk had already. So I mean, it doesn't really interest him to collect belts. He already got those belts sitting at home, and you know, at the end of the day, he feels like he done what he needed to do, and he said that this Whyte fight more than likely would be his last fight. So we'll see. The heavyweight division, like you said, is all over the place. I'm ready for one of these younger guys to come on up and take over, like Jarrell Big Baby Anderson or one of these young guys, you know, Philip Perkovich or somebody come up and take over the division because it's too widespread. Like and my thing is when you start talking about retirement, I feel like you already got one, like almost like Sean Porter. Like when I was probably, like his father said, I was going to throw the towel in anyway because you know he wasn't training like he normally did, and you know, so once it get to that point, I really don't have no interest in it because I want to see a motherfucker get it all. The press conference was boring. They both were showing a lot of respect, which is not, you know, not a bad thing. But when you talking about selling a fight and having them, like I watched Charlo Castano's little visual press conference today, they arguing and going back and forth. That shit make you want to see it. You know what I'm saying? But when it's just like, yeah, Dillian Whyte, he's a good lad, and you know, it'll be a good fight. Dillian Whyte, he well, yeah, you know, Tyson Fury is a good guy. Shit boring. You know, like, let's just get this shit over with so we can get to Shakur Stevenson and Valdez next weekend.
All right, let's get with the predictions then.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
got 7 minutes, so we got about 3 minutes to predict.
All right, I'll start, I guess. My prediction is Tyson Fury. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying Dillian Whyte can't win. You know, a lot of, you know, it's a few people out there that I've heard, you know, talk about that Tyson Fury beat an old Klitschko and a, you know, limited skill Deontay Wilder. So yeah, no, I'm serious. I mean, people out there that, you know, just feel that way. I guess they just need something to pick at, not looking at the man's skill set and the fact that he's 6'9" and he can move around the ring if he want to and dance, or he could sit. He seemed like now he could sit down on his goddamn punches. And Dillian Whyte ain't got the best chin in the world, but I guess this will satisfy him fighting a pure boxer, because Dillian Whyte is like a pure boxer slugger. But I got Tyson Fury winning. I was trying to figure out unless somehow, because, you know, it's hard to say that Dillian Whyte can land like a lucky shot when Tyson Fury then got up from the hardest puncher, like, you know, one of the hardest punches in heavyweight history. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out a way that I don't see him outboxing Fury, and I can't see him knocking Fury out. So, like I said, I got Tyson Fury. And I got him probably by stoppage if he sit down on his punches.
Alan?
I think anytime you have heavyweight fighters fighting, anything can happen. Thing about Dillian Whyte, just it's gonna be hard for him to reach. Because what, he's 6'2"?
Yeah, I think around 6'3" or 6'4", maybe.
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4" though.
Yeah.
He can reach him.
We can reach him then. I mean, if Tyson Fury decides to box, it'd be an easy fight. If he decides to give Dillian Whyte a chance, it could be interesting. But I will take Tyson Fury in a decision.
Split decision, unanimous decision.
Yeah, what you going with?
Unanimous decision.
Yeah, I mean, if he decided to box him, I'll not agree. But I mean, the only problem is, like I said, even in a war, I mean, giving Dillian Whyte what he want, I just think like that Tyson Fury's gonna get up. From what I've seen from, you know, if he get knocked down, I think he's gonna get up. But hey, you know, like you said, in the heavyweight division, anything can happen. What you got, Brandon?
Pretty much a mixture of what y'all got. I think Tyson Fury has multiple ways he can win.
Right.
like I said, he can make it. He can make the night easy on himself and cruise to a lopsided unanimous decision, or he can bite down. Uh, Dillian White has a tendency of tiring in the mid round.
Mm-hmm.
He could probably stop him mid to late rounds if he wants to fight that way. But it's just hard for me to see a win for Dillian White outside of a lucky punch or something of that nature. Because like I said, if Tyson Fury wanna go Muhammad Ali, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but
Right. I know what you're talking about.
get on
Yeah.
his toes and bounce around and jab and Larry Holmes his way to a decision, he can do it. But being with Sugar Hill and that Detroit style, they coming to take your head off. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I see him
Yeah, he
uh,
didn't do
starting.
Sugar Hill.
I see him starting with his jab, um, putting the pressure on Dillian White earlier, in the earlier rounds, and then taking him out somewhere between 7 and 10. I think it's an easy fight for Tyson Fury. I don't see much, like I said, that Dillian White can do, and that's what I got. I just hope that Tyson Fury hasn't got to the point where he's 1 foot out, 1 foot in, so he ain't, what I'm saying, giving what he can, because this could be an
Right.
easy fight for Tyson Fury. It's really how he want to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You
Well,
think
that's
he's serious about
but
retiring?
that's why I got the stoppage though, because of what you said about Sugar Hill, and him
Yeah.
sitting down on his punches. I mean, look, he stopped Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder showed that he got a chin. Y'all could say Tyson Fury can't hit, but at 270 pounds, 6'9", if
Yeah.
he put that damn hand, if he put them hands on Dillian White's chin, I think Dillian White going.
Yeah, especially in the mid to later rounds
Yep.
when Dillian White starts, like huffing,
Mm-hmm.
leaning. You know what I'm saying? Same, almost like Anthony Joshua's. I think Joshua stopped him in 7, but
Yeah,
he
he did.
had a tendency of tiring out. Like I said, it's just hard for me to see any type of win for Dillian White outside of like I said, a lucky punch or a left hook, maybe that Tyson Fury don't see. I think he's just too defensively sound to get hit with some shit like that, though.
Is
This ain't
that fight? Is it a fight y'all want to see Tyson Fury fight before he leaves the game?
Usyk or Joshua winning.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
after that, he can roll. You know what I'm saying? After that, he
Yeah.
don't owe nobody shit. Same thing,
Mm.
like I said about Earl. After they fight each other, they don't owe nobody else nothing in the welterweight division.
No, they
Same thing
don't.
I feel with Tyson Fury. And to be honest, he really don't have to fight that fight, but I would just like to see him fight the winner of that fight. But like
I'd
I said,
rather it be Usyk. I see how he's somebody who can actually box with him.
I don't know. I have to think about that fight, man. I just think Fury too big, man.
Yeah, that's
He's
it's dimensions, man.
like,
It's dimensions.
not only is he big, he good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, it ain't like he just a big motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
he big and he good. It's like Giannis or Kevin Durant or some shit. Not only is the motherfucker 7 foot, but he good. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I would take Usyk in that fight, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the welterweight up and comers,
All right. So
welterweight landscape, because
the
we already
landscape
see what Earl did.
of the
We're
welterweight
expecting,
division.
yeah, we're expecting Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence and nothing else. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Has the fever wore off from Saturday? Because Saturday we probably couldn't see Ray Leonard beating Earl Spence, but I think now that done wore off some.
I think you were the only person that had fever. Me and Tony already knew what Earl Spence brought to the table.
Hey, well, yeah. I thought Ugas was gonna put up a more of a fight than that, but
I mean, I did too, but I also know that Earl Spence is different for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for all and so is Terrence Crawford. Let me not leave him out, man. Um, both of their last performances, excellent.
Mhm.
Terrence Crawford had some adversity in the early part of his fight with Sean Porter being a little slippery, being better defensively sound than I expected, and
Mhm.
he was able to They go into fifth gear, and like they said, you losing. How? Okay.
Yep, and
Go
went up
ahead
there and knocked him down twice.
and
Yeah,
apply the pressure
yeah.
and put him down twice.
Mm.
And of course, y'all know we had the controversial
That's
stoppage.
why I say, look, that's why I say put him down twice instead
Right.
of, you know what I'm saying, instead of stopping him.
Yeah.
We went out
And,
there and put him down twice.
right.
So,
So
yeah.
he had, the controversial, stoppage or whatever. And then Earl had some adversity in the first half of the fight, which is not nothing new.
Right.
I thought
First half or first round?
first half, because then what I say around round 5 he gonna amp it
Yeah.
up, right, Tom?
Yeah, round 5.
First
Yeah.
half of the fight, Ugas was doing some good things. I just think that with a fighter like Spence, you can't pick and choose when to shoot, because it's almost like I said about Lubin and Fondor. When you got somebody who's constantly coming, constantly punching, constantly stepping forward, and not allowing you time to think and be that
Mm-hmm.
psychological boxer and person that's going to pick you apart, it's hard to compete with that. Because now, not only are you competing with somebody who's not allowing you to think, you're competing with somebody that's throwing 100 punches around. So now your inactivity, you could be losing just on inactivity alone. We ain't even talking about getting your ass beat up,
Yeah,
getting
which
broke
he did.
down. You know what I'm
So,
saying? So
let me ask you a
Let's not
question.
sidetrack. Let's not sidetrack. We supposed to be talking about this welterweight.
right. I was about to turn it, but I don't know what
Yeah.
Alan about to say.
Yeah, what you about to say, Alan?
Well, it was something on that fight coming. So go ahead, Tom. We'll get there later.
Yeah, so I say this to say, those top guys are pretty much etched in stone on what's next for. I believe what's next for them.
Mm-hmm.
But you got 6 or 7 guys waiting in the balance to either take over or get a fight with one of those guys.
And who do you got as your top guy, Brandon?
Oh, of course, it's Jerron Boots Ennis out of Philly. For me.
Right. But
but
who number 2?
Probably Keith Thurman. I don't think Virgil Ortiz can beat Keith Thurman yet.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Isn't there somebody else in the mix that we missing?
You have Stanosis, you got Butiev, you got Jamal James, if you still want to put him in there. You have Keith Thurman, you got Virgil Ortiz, you got Boots Ennis. That's 6 guys right there.
Okay.
You're forgetting somebody. The kid in England.
You got Conor Ben.
Yeah, you got Conor Ben. Yeah. But Carter Ben ain't ready for like upper echelon.
I don't think Conor Ben is on the level of those guys. I don't think he can beat any of those guys I just named. I don't think he can.
I think Virgil Ortiz's body attack stops Keith Thurman.
Yeah, but Keith Thurman has the ability to get on his bike and get the fuck out of harm's way.
But he still gets hit with those body shots, and Virgil Ortiz, he gonna get knocked.
Before you get that body shot in, he'd up 4 rounds.
Maybe.
Keith Thurman, even in the Pacquiao fight, people gave Pacquiao a lot of unnecessary credit because he was Pacquiao and because he was 40. Keith Thurman was whooping Pacquiao ass too.
In the last half of that fight, yes.
In some of the first rounds too.
After he got knocked down, Keith Thurman took a beating until he turned it around.
Nah,
yeah, he did.
Watch the game.
I have watched the fight recently. I'm telling you, he was taking the beating until he turned it around. When he had his nose busted and everything else, Keith Thurman, I was looking at Keith like he was
the nose could be busted from one punch.
I know he was getting beat up.
The action of the fight.
He was getting beat up bad until like I said, after that first when the knockdown came,
is what Ugas did.
Look, when the knockdown came, Keith was looking he was going that way when the knockdown came. But he turned
never looked like that, like Ugas looked in the Pacquiao fight.
He was
got about 2 guys, Chris Crawley, and
he was getting his ass beat.
Chris the Crippler Crawley, and well, I'm not putting Josecito Lopez in there. He's done.
I'm only thinking of 2 people, and I'm thinking because Virgil Ortiz, who was his last fight? Hasn't he been stepping
Virgil Ortiz had to go out. He was supposed to be the main event on that. Damn, what was that card? What's my man name? Blair Cobb. Cobb. Virgil was supposed to be the main event on that card, but something happened and he had to pull out. So we were supposed to already see Virgil.
Yeah, but who is Virgil fought last though? I think his last couple of
Fort
opponents
Mean
were step up
Machine
opponents.
before this last fight he was supposed to fight.
Okay, he fought Mean Machine before that.
You put Keith Thurman in that pack.
Yeah.
If you put Keith Thurman in that pack, you got to put Ugas in that pack.
I don't know what Ugas may never fight again after last weekend.
Yeah, that's some truth.
I have to wait and see if Ugas even feel like he can continue before I put him in that category.
Well, I think he will. I don't know if his body will after last week.
Yeah, I put Keith Thurman in there because to me, I thought Keith Thurman looked good against Barrios. And I think a lot of people are judging him not getting the stoppage because Tank got the stoppage. But if you look at the action of the fight, Keith Thurman dominated that fight. He wasn't losing. Tank, on the other hand, was losing the fight.
Yeah, well, Tank was coming up too.
Huh?
Tank was coming up.
That's not the point. The point is, I'm saying Keith Thurman is getting a bad rap because he didn't stop Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios, who came up with a knockout loss from somebody from 135, and he's moving up for 147 in his first fight ever at 147. Yes, he's getting a bad rap for not stopping.
Yeah, but you also got to take into account that Mario Barrios probably was weight drained in that Tank fight. So you can't take one without taking the other.
He never fought at 147. I ain't saying nothing that wasn't matter. Yeah, it does matter. Hold. We can't all talk and so they can hear.
What you say, Alan?
What you say, Alan? What you say? You look like you frozen. Alan?
Yeah, he probably is.
Okay, yeah. But no, what I'm saying is, look, I'm not stating anything that's not facts. That man had not, I don't give a damn if he was weight drained. He made 140. You could sit there and say, if you're going to sit there and say it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter that he was weight drained. The fact is that Keith Thurman did not knock out somebody that got knocked out by somebody with
that's not true. That's not true. Because Earl didn't knock out Mikey Garcia. Did that mean he wasn't
got flagged for that? And he got flagged for it.
No, but he shouldn't have. And that's what I'm saying.
But no, if you're going to sit there and talk about it, doesn't matter that he never fought at 147. And then we'll sit there and talk about in the same sentence, try to throw in the fact that he might have been weight drained at 140. It doesn't matter.
Because what I'm saying is neither one of those things matter. That's why I threw it in. Neither one matters. So there's no point in bringing up one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it does matter. And like I said, the perception about you can say it don't matter, but to a lot of people, it does matter. He was put there on a platter for Keith Thurman to stop him, and he didn't.
It doesn't matter.
But that's what he was there for Keith Thurman to stop him, and he did.
Tank Davis beat Gamboa and got him out of there in 12 rounds. Fucking Isak Cruz knocked Gamboa ass out in 4 rounds.
I told you what was going to happen with Isak. Don't try to bring Isak in it.
The point that I'm making is it didn't matter that Isak Cruz knocked fucking Gamboa out faster than Tank. He didn't beat Tank.
You said what? He didn't beat Tank?
No.
Who are you talking about?
Isak Cruz.
No, he didn't beat Tank.
So that's what I'm saying. It don't matter.
But Tank and Keith Thurman never fought. What are you talking about? What are you trying to make the correlation for? First of all, let me tell you this. This is what I'm telling you. Tank stopped him, moving up from 135.
The point that I'm making is what Tank did against him doesn't matter.
I mean, you can say it doesn't matter, but like I said, Keith Thurman's still getting flack for not knocking out somebody who just got knocked out in their previous fight by somebody smaller than him and fighting at a weight that he's never fought at before.
It don't matter.
He won
unanimously. It don't matter.
That's why he's getting a bad rap about it.
It don't matter. But that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be.
I mean, you saying he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't
opinion. In your opinion, he shouldn't be. To me, he should.
Because he shouldn't. Because
it ain't no cut and dry. Then in your opinion, he shouldn't be. In the mind, he should.
Like I said, to me, he shouldn't be.
Because
Styles,
and I can respect what you look. I can respect what you say in your opinion.
It's an aggressive style where he's going to come forward and seek and destroy. Keith Thurman, 9 times out of 10, after he wins 7 rounds, he's going to skate the next 5 rounds. So just because he did not stop Mario Barrios and Tank did doesn't matter. His fashion of beating Mario Barrios, he won damn near every round.
That's not hard to do against Mario Barrios. That's not hard to do against Mario Barrios.
I'm a boxing purist, so I'm not about to just sit there and act like, oh, Tank was losing damn near every round, came out and got the stoppage. That's a better win than a motherfucker who went out there and won every round. I'm
and
not
he
doing
wasn't
it.
losing that. Now, see, now you exaggerating. He wasn't losing damn near every round.
Who? Tank, man. Tank was down.
He was down, but he wasn't losing damn near every round.
Of course he wasn't
Just
going to
because
be
you're down don't mean that you was losing
Of course he
damn
wasn't
every
going
round.
to turn your thing sideways. Of course he wasn't going to be down every round. He fucking Tank. Even if he was losing, they wasn't going to let him lose every round.
He wasn't down every round. He had won some of those damn rounds. The fact is, Keith Thurman didn't stop a 140 pounder.
It don't matter.
In my opinion,
at the end of the
like
day,
you said, no, look, like you said, if I let you say it, look, if I let you say it, then you let me say it. In my opinion, and you can't dispute my opinion. That's how I feel.
What are y'all disputing?
That's how I feel.
But at the end of the day, to me,
yeah, to you,
he got a W, and he got a W.
And
that's all that matters.
That's true. That's
so
true.
So what you telling me is Tank can move up and beat Keith Thurman?
I mean, shit, we don't know.
Hell no.
That's what you think, right?
We don't know.
Tony, that would be a massacre. Come on, man.
No, it wouldn't.
Keith Thurman to beat the shit out of Tank.
Y'all giving Keith Thurman too
small,
much credit.
Man.
You give him too much credit. You give him too much credit.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you.
Are you saying if you actually think
you don't know? You don't even know.
My money.
Look, I would have said, look, I would have said that he was going to stop Mario Barrios.
My money on Keith. My money's on Keith.
Yeah, of course your money will be on Keith. You don't like
Tank regardless of whether he stopped
Tank. You don't like Tank anyway.
Who don't?
You don't.
Man, I don't have no problem with Tank, but what I'm saying is,
man, you don't like Tank anyway. So yeah, of course your money on Keith.
I think Keith Thurman's victory over Barrios was a better victory. I don't care if what's her name got the stoppage. He was losing the fight.
Man, did you see Barrios' face after the fight?
Which one?
After Thurman.
After Thurman.
Okay.
The man looked like a goddamn shark.
Have you seen his face after a lot of fights? He looked like that.
No.
Okay, your point.
No. Not like
he does. He
That's
does.
Like we seen Brandon,
like that again. Okay, now you open. But no, go back and look at a lot of his fights. The fights that he's won, he's looked like that.
Keith, I don't care what he looked like.
Alan brought that up. I was talking to Alan.
The man won damn near every round.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's no way in hell I think Tank got a 10% chance of beating Keith Thurman. He moved to 147. Yeah. You think he going to take that weight up there and beat a welterweight?
Well, shit, you didn't think he was going to take the weight up to 140.
Well, he fought Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
Mario Barrios, motherfucking.
Yeah, but the same motherfucker that Keith Thurman couldn't stop.
He didn't have to
stop him. You're talking about the same person that Keith Thurman couldn't stop.
He didn't have to stop him.
Person you're talking about, the same person Keith Thurman couldn't stop.
Don't forget, Tony. Don't forget that Barrios stop was a quick stoppage in the Tank fight. It was a quick stop.
Alan.
Yeah.
You sit there saying he fought Mario Barrios, but yet you don't want to give Keith Thurman. Look, Keith Thurman beat somebody who never fought at the welterweight division, but you want to holler about he fought Mario Barrios. Yes, he fought Mario Barrios.
All right. You know what? I'll say it this way. If you move Tank up to fight Josh Taylor, who do you have in that fight?
Brandy, that it wasn't a better victory. It wasn't, not to me.
Well, I don't
because somebody got the knockout and somebody didn't.
Don't matter.
Somebody was fighting in the weight class that they never fought at before and didn't get stopped by a person who fought at that damn weight class.
You gotta remember too, Tony, the layoff. Keith Thurman hadn't fought in what, 2-3 years?
It doesn't matter. Like
it don't matter. That's why I said it ain't no point in bringing in the narratives because at the end of the day, none of that shit matters.
That's
why the fuck do Keith Thurman shit don't matter, but Tanks do? That's why I said none of this shit matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Or whether it's Keith Thurman. At the end of the day, they both got a W. To me, winning 12 rounds is a better victory than losing and coming and getting a fucking knockout. To me.
No, I mean, in some cases, Brandon would say that he was outboxing somebody.
So let me ask you, he was. who was outboxing?
No, I'm saying you will see a motherfucker lose and say, but he was outboxing him.
No.
Yes, you will.
That only applies to Canelo.
You said that shit before.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
Yes, you have said that shit before.
I have said that before. But I also
I saw somebody who started to walk somebody bigger down and stop them. That's what the fuck I saw. And I saw somebody who had fought their whole career at welterweight and have somebody who come up off of a fucking loss, knockout loss at that, and did not stop that man. That's what I saw.
Let me ask you this.
That's what I saw. And the rest of it, like you said, doesn't matter.
You telling me that a motherfucker
The
losing
rest of it, like I said, you can ask all the questions you want.
All right,
it
and I'm gonna
doesn't
ask them, so
matter.
you can answer them or don't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, you telling me that a motherfucker that was fighting off the back foot initially, losing rounds, Allen, versus Mario Barrios, and Floyd having to come in the corner and say, you down, and him throwing caution to the wind and going and get a knockdown is outboxing versus somebody like Canelo who was consistently walking forward, applying his game plan, and what his game plan turned into was a walking forward knockout.
Well, we can't say that wasn't Tank's strategy.
It wasn't his strategy, because if it was, he wouldn't have had to get told this shit in the corner. We listening to the corner.
Yeah, we listening to Floyd sitting there talking about, but did he do it though? Did he do it?
I never said he didn't, but you just tried to make a comparison of what I said about Canelo, and that was absolutely incorrect.
I mean, shit, he was losing. Look, when he was losing the fight, he was losing the fucking fight. That's always been my argument, Brandon. So
at the end of the day,
I don't give a fuck who it was.
We go to
the talking about the Kovalev fight or the Amir Khan fight?
Come on, Khan.
Okay.
We go to the corners. We know what the fuck them coaches saying. We know if a coach saying we know if a coach is saying keep implementing the game plan, it'll come, versus a coach saying, what are you doing? Come on. Why are you still? We know the difference. Stop acting like we don't fucking know boxing.
Yeah, that's right. We know boxing, and we know that a knockout is better than a fucking 12-round victory. I don't give what you say.
Like
we know that.
The fashion of the knockout matters.
We know that.
Like I said,
it's indisputable what I said. It doesn't matter.
If you did what the fuck Earl did last weekend, and you come out and fucking beat the fuck out of Ugas and stop him, that's different than if Earl was getting his ass beat the whole fight and stopped Ugas.
You keep saying the whole fight when it wasn't the whole fight. So you trying to throw that narrative in, and you know good fucking well it wasn't the whole fight. Stop with the bullshit, Brandon. You know it wasn't the whole fight.
He was losing. What the fuck?
But it doesn't matter. He wasn't losing the whole fucking fight. He wasn't losing every fucking round, Brandon. So stop with the bullshit narrative.
He was
Stop
losing.
with the bullshit narrative, though. You sitting there talking about he was losing every round, or he was losing every. He was not. So stop with the bullshit narrative. If you gonna call it straight, call it straight.
Nigga, just because you want to take one inkling of a word and turn it, he was losing. How about that? He was losing.
Keith Thurman couldn't stop him, and
he was losing.
A smaller
person. Was he not losing?
A smaller person.
Was he or was he not
losing?
But
was he losing every round? I didn't say he wasn't.
Was he or was he not losing?
I said he was not losing every round.
I'll say this: to Keith Thurman hadn't fought in 2 years, so it's time the shit was all.
Stop it.
Was he losing?
Was he losing every round, Brandon?
Was he losing?
He was losing. But was he losing every round like you trying
to he was losing.
No, you trying to say he was losing every round, then you go stop.
May have won 2 rounds.
It don't matter. He did losing every round.
And he went to round 11, Tony.
No, come on now. He was not losing every round. Stop the bullshit.
May have won 2 rounds.
Stop the bullshit.
Am I lying, Alex?
You said what?
I remember him losing, but I don't remember exactly how much he was losing or as far as scores and stuff.
Like this motherfucker was losing every single round. He tried to, and that's why I'm telling you.
2 out of 11 is what, Alex?
The fact is, look,
if you win 2 rounds out of 11, what's that?
He didn't win. He didn't lose. No, it wasn't up no 9-2. You crazy in your head?
He was getting his ass beat.
No, he was not. No, he was
losing.
Not.
That's the phone right there.
He was losing.
What's wrong with the bullshit?
He was losing bad.
Right. The fact is, your man couldn't stop him.
He was losing. I don't fucking care. I don't care about Keith Thurman.
It doesn't matter. He was not losing. He did not just win 2 fucking rounds, Brandon. You can stop the bullshit.
Your man was losing.
Stop it. It doesn't matter whether he was losing, but he wasn't losing every round like you were trying to insinuate.
Me losing. You know what losing means?
Some BS. And
you know what losing means? You know
it doesn't matter. You said you tried to insinuate some bullshit saying the fight was going away that it was not.
Alan, do you know what losing means?
Tank was losing the fight. I don't know how bad he was on the scorecards, but he needed those knockdowns. Well, he needed that knockout to get the victory.
Only thing that put him in the fight, Alan, is when he got the knockdown. It gave him an extra 2 rounds because the knockdown was like winning 2 rounds.
Well, he knocked him down in the 10th and the 11th, right?
That's what I'm saying. Those are what brought the fight closer than what it was. He was losing bad.
No, he wasn't losing bad.
Bro, yes, he was. He was losing bad.
He won more than 2 rounds.
He was losing bad.
He won more than 2 rounds.
In your opinion?
No, it ain't in my opinion. Look at the goddamn scorecards. And look at the scorecards.
In your opinion,
look at the scorecards.
He had to throw caution to the wind to get the victory.
Thank you. That's what losing means. When you losing, you gotta fucking throw caution to the wind. When Keith Thurman
we done seen fighters who haven't done it and whoever wasn't able to do it. When you
winning 10 rounds to 1, you don't have to press for the knockout.
You say what?
When you're winning 10 rounds to 2, you don't have to fucking press for the knockout.
But no, he was put there for your ass to knock him out.
It does not matter.
It does matter. You didn't look good. You didn't look good against somebody who just came off a knockout loss and fighting in the division that he never fought in before.
Hey, man, you're not looking at the fact that the man hadn't fought in 2-3 years, man.
You keep saying that, Allen, it doesn't fucking matter. Like it was Mario Barrios.
You say the same thing that Earl made a mistake that he wouldn't have made because of the ring rust.
You saying it, like I said, you said it's Mario Barrios. Like that's what Brandon said. God damn it, Mario Barrios is never fought at fucking welterweight.
He can use the variables for Tank, but we can't use it for Keith.
You said what?
You think it's okay for you to use the variables for Tank, but we can't use them for Keith?
No, you said it's Mario Barrios. I did not.
I said that after the fact.
Narrative.
I said that after the fact.
Narrative.
I said that after the fact.
I said he moved up to 140 and stopped him.
That's a variable. That's a variable.
Mario Barrios.
No.
So therefore, you can't say that shit when your boy Keith couldn't stop him.
No.
You couldn't stop him.
Tank moved up to 140 and stopped him. I said, well, we also have to take into account that Mario Barrios could have been weight drained.
Hey, Brandon, I'm looking at this thing now, Brandon.
I already deaded that shit that you was talking.
That's
when you
after
said
the fact.
What I'm saying is, if you're not going to sit there and say that. Look,
if you're going to use a variable for Tank
division before,
then I can use a variable for Keith.
No,
if
but
we're not going to use no variables, then don't use none.
Okay, Brandon and Tony,
hold up a second.
Hold up.
I'm looking at the scorecard.
Alan, hold up. Wait a minute. Finish. Hold up. Okay. Brandon, when we talked about the variables, we had already got past that. When I said it again, you said, but it's Mario Barrios.
Exactly.
And therefore, I said the same reason you're saying it's Mario Barrios. Keith could not stop that dude, though.
It doesn't. You don't need a stoppage when you're winning.
I didn't say you needed. I'm talking about, in my opinion,
you can't say that he couldn't stop
yours.
him. He didn't
think Tank's victory was more important. Go ahead with the score.
He didn't try to. He didn't have to.
No, he didn't have to. I mean, the victory is a victory.
He didn't try to because he didn't have to.
Like you said, the victory is a victory. He probably couldn't have stopped him anyway.
Tank had to.
Huh? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. See, go ahead.
Of course, if you look at it, it's Tank. They're not gonna let him lose.
But no.
All
that shit you talking. Go ahead. What was the scorecards, Al?
In the 11th round, Tank was up 96-92. The 2 knockdowns came in the 8th round. Mm-hmm. But even at that point, the fight was even.
So what does that tell you?
Tank was ahead.
So what does that tell you?
You said the knockdowns came in the 7th and the 8th?
In 2 rounds, that's equivalent to 4 rounds. So what does that tell you?
Up to that point, Tank had won 5 rounds to 3 rounds for Barrios.
Who?
Up to that point, up to this 8th round, Tank had won 4 rounds and Barrios had run 3 rounds.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah, it did.
How would the fight be close?
You said it's
up to the 8th round. Up to the 8th round, Tank won 4 rounds and Barrios won 3 rounds.
How would that even make sense if you said after the knockdowns, the fight?
In the 8th round, it was 2 knockdowns in the 8th round.
Okay.
Then Barrios won the 9th round. Tank won the 10th round and knocked him out in the 11th.
So what they had at 8?
By the 8th round was a 10-7 round for Tank because he knocked him down twice.
Right.
But Tank was winning the fight up to that point.
They was dick riding because he was losing. Why would Floyd come tell him he was losing?
I remember that. I do remember that, but I'm just looking at this scorecard right here.
I'm not tripping off that because
look, this is what I'm gonna say, Brandon. Look, I say he said it to motivate him, but I don't agree with those scorecards. I think he was losing.
He was losing.
But I don't think he was losing like you said he was, though.
Just like Lubin was losing, and they had Lubin up on them scorecards against Fundora.
Like I said, I don't think he was losing the way you need to watch that fight again. I don't think he was losing,
and I think he was down.
He was losing.
And I think he was down 4. I think he was down 3 or 4 rounds. And I think the knockdowns is what tied it. I do.
I mean, of course, you need to look at it again.
I've seen it 3 or 4 times.
When the last time you seen it, Brandon?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks
ago.
I was looking at Rolly. I was looking at some Rolly shit, and I was looking at some Tank shit to try to get my shit prepared for them. Tank did not look good that fight. Tank even told you if they gave who they get a first round to, Tank.
Oh, wait a minute. I just found another. I found the actual cards for the actual judges. Let me see if I can.
They don't give me no Steve.
Wait a minute, hold up. What fuck? Hold up, Brandon. I gotta ask Alan something. What fucking cards were you reading then? We thought you were reading the actual fucking scorecard.
That probably no. These are the Dave Moretti had it 115, 113. Glenn Foldman had it 114, 114. Steve Weisfield had it 115, 113.
All in favor of Tank. Well, wait a minute, one was tied.
And that's after 3 knockdowns. So 3 knockdowns.
No, that's not that card, man. Fuck.
Never mind. Scratch it, Alan. Just stop.
Damn self.
That's the Canelo Triple G card, man. Shit, wait a minute.
You looking at your old ass. This is why your head down in that damn picture. Because your ass.
We need to finish. Hey, look, we need to finish.
Let me find the goddamn card. Shut up.
We 40 minutes in. We need to finish this welterweight thing. Brandon, find the cards. Find out what it was. Because Jesus, Alan.
Whoa, gee, what the hell? Damn. Look at people all over the damn place. Wait a minute. How the hell that get on here? What the fuck?
Whose card was you look? Who did you read the original cards off from, Alan? Was that for the fight?
I think that was just a scorecard from a you know, like the side judge or something.
Oh, like
somebody that was gonna dick ride. Tank ain't losing no close fights, bro. Tank is a money man. The same way they wasn't about to let Lubin lose that shit last weekend if he didn't get his ass beat the fuck up. No way in hell you had Lubin winning that fight. And at that point, I don't give a fuck what the judges say. I know what the fuck I watched. And I watched Lubin get hit with
uppercuts, and I saw Fundora get hit with a lot of shots too.
When both people get hit with the shots, that shit cancels each other out. So now you're looking at motherfucking activity, and Lubin wasn't busy enough.
Yeah, at some points he wasn't. You're right.
A lot of points.
Yeah. Some points he wasn't.
I like the kid I saw Saturday, Staniosis. I like that kid. Nice jab, tough fighter.
You think keep out boxing, Brandon?
Who?
Staniosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Keith not just gonna stand there and do what Butiev did. That's
true.
Styles make fights.
Butiev did not move his head and was there for that jab all night. Yeah, that's true.
And if Keith get up 7 rounds, you short because he ain't fighting no more after that.
Yeah, you got to chase him down.
So you saying Keith Thurman can beat everybody but Boots?
That's what he's saying.
Nah, because I think he could beat Virgil don't mean that I think he.
Who else is it? If you go Ennis, which I got Ennis as my number 1. I got Virgil as my number 2. And I got Keith as 3. That's what I got. But who you got after Keith, Brandon?
I got a total different thing than that, Boom.
Okay, who you got, Alan? We ain't go to
you. I mean, if you're gonna throw Keith Thurman in that mix, I'm gonna put him top because he's been a champion, a unified champion.
Oh, so you gonna put him over Boots?
I'm gonna put Keith Thurman if y'all putting him in that mix, I put him as the best welterweight. And I don't know what Danny Garcia doing right now, but I wouldn't put Danny Garcia. Now, Danny Garcia, I wouldn't put over Boots because of his inactivity. He just won't throw punches. But Keith Thurman gonna do what Keith Thurman got to do to win. And if Boots ain't going to Keith Thurman's body, Keith Thurman outboxes him.
I got Boots in that fight.
That's That's
I
all
just think it. One thing about Thurman is he gonna start fast so that he can jump out to a lead so that he can cruise in the second half of the fight.
Yeah,
The reason
that's
why
his
he
boxing
lost the
dream.
Pacquiao fight is
Mhm.
because Pacquiao jumped on him before he could jump on him, and it made Keith have to fight more than he wanted to.
That's true. True.
But
Very true.
Boots is too talented to get beat in the first half of the fight. I feel like because we don't know what Boots looks like after 7, that's where you got to try to beat him at. He's
Or
never
we don't
been
know what
past
Boots
7.
looks like against top tier talent.
Yeah,
And that's
but
true too.
yeah, but we know for a fact that he's probably quicker, probably stronger,
Yeah.
probably hit just as hard.
And he's
about
bigger.
4 inches bigger.
Yeah.
He's fucking probably more athletic.
Yes.
I just don't see Keith being able to dart in and dart out without Boots being able to return fire. But the styles are different with a Virgil Ortiz because
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
behind his guard, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
He's tucked behind his guard. He's
Yeah.
walking forward. He's pretty much trotting you down. I don't think that beats Thurman.
No, okay.
But shit,
I mean,
somebody
I can respect. Look, I can respect. I can respect that. I can respect that opinion. I just think that he's gonna get to Keith and he gonna break him down. Because I think somebody eventually is going to knock Keith out to the bottom.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Keith get up, Keith is a vet, bro. He know how to tie up.
If he does get up, Brandon, you're right. If he gets up, if Keith wins 7, if Keith wins 7 rounds, then it's a wrap. It's gonna be hard to catch him. Because he is gonna be putting hands on your face.
They only showing the live scorecard. And the live scorecard only got Mario Barrios winning 3 rounds, and we know that's a fucking lie.
That's a live scorecard. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only one that they showing. I can't find the official.
I saw one that had Tank up 67, 66.
Got to be more than that because it went into 11th round. So it got to be at least in the 90s. Got to be at least in the 90s, 90 something.
Matter of fact, I'm just going. Shit, I'm gonna go back and watch the fight, and then damn it had a scorecard.
Yeah,
that's what we got to do.
Yeah, but I just say that to say like. It's like who had the more impressive victory over Gamboa? Tank, who looked like some shit all 12 rounds, or Devin, who didn't fucking get touched and won every round? Like
fuck both of them.
Like
there it is. But I mean, of course, he was like, look, I mean, taking into account that
no, because if you can't
Nope, I'm gonna say, look, because you sat there and say if I can, y'all try to put the variables in with Keith. I'm saying this.
No,
Isak,
what I'm saying is don't put the variables in.
Look, take into account when Isak fought. I mean, when Gamboa fought Devin Haney, he was 45. When he fought Isak, he was 50. When he fought Tank, he was 42. So therefore, y'all just take those and you run with it. And I think
I'm gonna tell you, Tank looked the most unimpressive.
Yeah, out of all of them.
Yeah.
Out of all of them. Out of all of those fights, Tank looked the most
impressive. With
a Gamboa with a hurt leg.
Guess who looked the most impressive?
Who? Isak.
He didn't beat Tank, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And he won't beat Devin.
You say, no, he won't beat Devin.
Whoa. Let me stop you there.
Man,
when he fought Tank, you're talking about a younger fighter that was put in a position never been there before.
He was old as shit when he fought Tank too.
I'm talking about Isak Cruz when he fought Tank Davis.
What about him?
That was a younger guy that never been in the big lights around celebrities and shit.
But Alan, let me hold up. Brandon, you know Isak, my boy Alan. And you know you hurting my heart, man.
Wait, that's the same thing you said about Caleb Plant with Canelo. He was in the big lights and he was in a place he never been before.
He couldn't beat him with a broken hand. I also don't think
Caleb Plant could beat David Benavidez. So that you
with a broken hand, Alan. He couldn't beat a Tank with a broke hand.
How long was that hand broke? For about what, 4 rounds?
That's what I'm saying.
It
don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Tank won the fight.
Look, he couldn't beat him. And Tank, look, matter of fact, I think that was one of Tank's more impressive wins when he had the box.
I think.
Okay, let me come back to earth. Let me get back down to earth. All right. No, I don't think he beats Devin Haney, but he knocking Ryan Garcia out.
My money on Ryan.
Look, honestly, like I say, look, I'm saying Isak over everybody, but look, when you look at the dimensions, it's no way that I can't see a way that he beats Ryan Garcia.
Too easy to get to his body.
What do you?
I'm gonna shut the fuck up because
I'm not gonna say. Look, my man Isak, but I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The whole point I'm making
when
with
the fight comes, I ain't gonna argue.
Alan,
when the fight comes, if Ryan has the balls to sign the contract, you'll see.
Alan, he's 5'3". He's 5'3". And goddamn it, okay. Look,
if Ryan Garcia signs the balls to sign the contract,
Ryan Garcia is 5'10", is gonna come in weighing like 150
Al
pounds.
Heyman has found a newfound star in Isak Cruz. He's going to ride that out. You ain't got to worry about him sending him over there to fight no damn Devin. So we can get that out of the picture.
Yeah,
that's just the business of boxing.
Yeah, but
he's
I'm
going
just
to
saying,
fight
look,
Tank Davis. He's going to fight all these other motherfuckers in PBC. Before they send him, he done made a little name for himself. He got a little following. They not sending him over there, so you can count.
Let me get y'all back on point because this is supposed to be a welterweight.
I was getting back on point, but I was using that to say when I look at those 3 victories over Gamboa,
Gamboa and a welterweight.
That's not the point. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
When I look at those 3 victories over Gamboa, it's the same opponent, right?
Yeah.
Tank looked the least impressive.
True.
Devin looked more impressive than Tank.
True.
Even though he didn't get the stoppage,
that's
he
true.
boxed to a 12-round decision. He was more impressive than Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Isak was more impressive because he beat Gamboa ass every round pretty much and didn't stop them.
For 40, man. Come on. That was 40.
I don't care.
No. This is what I'm gonna say. I do think that he was that Tank was winning that Gamboa fight regardless, though.
I think he was winning it. He just didn't look good doing it.
He just didn't look good, yeah. But that was it. But he was winning.
When I take that into account and I put that with Tank Davis versus Barrios and Thurman versus Barrios, I look at that like Keith Thurman versus Barrios is Devin Haney versus Gamboa.
No.
Javante Davis versus
No,
Gamboa is Javante Davis versus.
I disagree.
Shit.
Nope.
He boxed to a beautiful 12-round decision.
I disagree. Didn't Keith Thurman get hurt in that Barrios fight?
So did Tank.
No, Devin didn't though. Not against Gamboa. Not against Gamboa.
So did Tank.
He won every round and didn't get hurt at all against Gamboa.
You can blow Keith Thurman body, he gonna get hurt. That shit don't count.
That's right. That's why, Alan. That's why I give Tank a chance, Alan.
Yeah, but Keith,
that's why I give him a chance. You sitting there talking about it's impossible, Alan, and you could blow in that man's body and he'd spit his mouthpiece out.
Keith Thurman to keep taking the end of a jab for 12 rounds. He won't reach him.
Yeah, I don't see him beating Keith. I just don't. I
don't think so, really. But I mean, for impossible, I think Allen went a little too far.
I don't think so, and that's all I was
saying. Is a safe fighter. He is not gonna let Tank Davis touch him, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he will.
And Keith got more pop than Barrios too, so y'all keep playing around. Tank even said he hit kind of hard. I'm moving up to 140. Shit, I was kind of nervous.
Yeah, that's why he took his time early. He said, "Shoot, he had to worry about."
What you think you're gonna do with Keith?
Huh?
You take your time with Keith. You're gonna lose.
Ain't knocked nobody out in years, man. Come on.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. How about we hype that fight up then? Since Tank ain't fight nobody else, how about we hype up Tank versus Thurman?
You ain't got to worry about it. After he finished Rolly, your boy.
I just like Rolly because I like Dickhead.
After he knocked Rolly out, that fight get ready to happen.
I'm not a Rolly fan, as in, I think Rolly the shit as far as boxing.
I know.
I like Rolly because he talk trash. He say whatever the fuck he want to say.
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna tell you something about that Rolly fight though. Tank got more skills, of course, but Tank get hit like Tank. You can't touch Tank chin, and goddamn, if Rolly touch it right,
and if Thurman touch it right,
that fight ain't going the way everybody think it is. That is not gonna be an easy fight for Tank.
Get hit. Tank, look, by them wide ass punches Rolly throwing, Tank getting under them, bro. Tank getting under them. You ain't gonna sit there act like that man ain't got no skills.
Yeah, I ain't saying no skills, but Thurman, bro, there's weight classes.
No, we ain't talking about Thurman. I'm talking about Rolly now.
There's weight classes.
In my opinion, Thurman beats Tank, but it ain't impossible for Tank to win. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like it's almost like Dillian Whyte type shit.
No, hell no.
Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury type shit.
You're being
Say the
disrespectful.
odds are about that because Keith Thurman ain't gonna want to be touched.
Yeah, I don't see it.
But
But
he'll lose. Look, he'll lose if he win every round and run if he playing against Tank. Since he said, like you said, Tank gonna come in up on the score.
He gonna do what he gotta do to win. That's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna let Tank get near him. Keep at the jab all night.
He gonna lose because they gonna say Tank was the aggressor the whole fight, even though he was
and his eyes poofed up like they was if the Lord.
They ain't gonna be poofed up like that.
Well, Leo Santa Cruz did it. Why can't Keith know it?
Well, I tell you something else. If he throw caution to the wind and go after Keith Thurman, he could get knocked out.
He did mark Tank shit up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't puffed up like you said.
And Barrios,
it wasn't nowhere near like that.
And Barrios marked this shit up.
Shoot, man, what you talking?
Tank ain't got the best defense.
You said what?
Tank ain't got the best defense. He's right. Santa Cruz was touching
him. But he got skills, bro.
He do.
He got skills.
But Thurman do too.
And you sitting there acting like he just there to be hit. Like, you know those wild punches you throw, Allen?
Thurman,
like somebody just gonna sit there and take those. Come on, man.
Tony, Thurman ain't Raja. Thurman ain't Gamboa. And Thurman ain't Barrios.
I know.
Santa Cruz either.
Or Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Don't be disrespectful to Keith.
Yo, don't be disrespectful to Tank. You think he's gonna get hit by them Rolly shots? I ain't talking about Keith. I'm talking about Rolly.
Listen, we not worried about Rolly. We know he posted.
No, Allen said it. Allen said it.
What if he go in there and don't stop Rolly? Then what?
If he don't stop Rolly, then I'm looking at him funny. We got like 4 minutes to an hour. We might as well ride it out. Right?
Yeah. So let's spin back. Fuck Tank. It's like, no, I like Tank. But
welterweights.
Of course. So
you ain't give me your third one. I gave you 3. You ain't give me 3. Allen, you gave Keith Thurman is your first. Who you got the next 2, Allen?
Stenosis. You know what? Let me stop with the Boots hate. I gotta watch a few more fights of Boots. So I'm gonna take y'all word on it that I'm gonna put him second, and then I'll put Ortiz under him.
Yeah, don't take our word. You maybe you do need to do your research, but I mean, have you seen him fight before?
I've seen him fight.
Okay, so you see the talent.
I think. Who was it?
Does he pass your eye test, Allen? That's what I'm asking.
Don't matter whether he passed the eye test with a Lipinus. I was Lipinus the last fight. Was it Lipinus?
No.
Allen, I need an answer.
Who's the last fight?
Delorme.
Yeah, he passed the eye test. I mean, shit, he 28-0.
Yeah.
Man, Boots passed every test. Fuck
every test. Yeah. In the last fight against Delorme, who went the distance with Delorme? And who had the distance?
And Delorme was giving Terrence Crawford the business before he stopped.
Yeah, that right there. And he just starched him.
My number one is Boots, and it's hands down. Now, this is what I do want to say before we get off.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna put Josh Taylor in that? Because he is coming.
Well, we don't know yet. He got to get there first. And based on the way he looked, shit, who knows?
You know what? Hold up.
These bigger motherfuckers.
You know what? You know what? Hey, you in the bathroom. You know what? Don't be sending no text like that. She said he beat Joe Louis' ass. That's what she said.
Who did?
My girl.
Who beat Joe Louis' ass?
No. She heard us arguing and she just going to send me text like he beat Joe Louis' ass.
You tell Asia to stay in the bathroom?
Yeah, she gonna cut the bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Gonna cut the bullshit out. That's what she gonna do. You know, I send her read the text. You know what I'm saying? But no, what you saying, man? Go ahead, man.
I don't want this new crop of welterweights to get caught up in looking to get those names like the last group of welterweights did. Like how Keith came up begging Floyd for a fight, never got it. Came up begging Pacquiao for a fight, got it, but shit, how much later on? Bud Crawford never got a Pacquiao fight. Earl, damn, they got it, but of course some shit happened. But look how long it took them.
That's true.
To get that fight. I just feel like these two guys, and I say these two guys is Crawford and Spence.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even worry about those guys.
Exactly.
They are going to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, who knows? Maybe fight each other again for a second time.
Exactly.
I think Boots, Virgil, Stanosis, Butiev, Jamal James, Connor Ben, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, if you're gonna stay there.
Yep.
Chris Crawley.
Chris the Crippler Crawley. He's good. I like his last fight before the one on Earl's card was also good. Y'all need to focus on each other.
True.
Why start fighting each other? Because
the thing about it, they can capitalize on a mistake that class with Keith Thurman and Earl and them made, because if you start fighting each other now and those belts get vacated, y'all can fight each other 2 to 3 times and make money.
That's what I'm saying. Stanosis and Booty have already fought each other. Stanosis already fought. Booty have already fought Jamal James. So you still got the Virgil Ortizes, the Boots, like I said, Thurman. If you want to be a champion again, you fucked up your opportunity. So now you got to get in there with these young guns if you want to be a welterweight champion.
That's true.
If not, you need to make the move up north too. Because I like some fights with Keith Thurman up there at 154. I think he can give Lubin a run for his money. I think he can give J Rock a run for his money. So I like Thurman in a couple of fights at 154. But if not, then you're gonna have to stand there and duke it out with them young dudes, and they hungry.
Yeah, we over an hour, and I think that's like the best way to end it. Unless you got something else to say, Alan. I mean, I think that was perfectly put, Brandon.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just got one more thing to say.
Okay.
Batman boxing talk. We out.
All right, we out.